But let me say, some things aren't fun, because just a few hours after we taped last week's show, and just a few miles from our studio right here, a man entered a Waffle House in Nashville and then randomly shot and murdered 4 people and wounded several others. Now, I'm not going to give you the name of the deranged young man who did the killing, because it is my policy to never help mass murderers become famous or ever see their names or faces in the papers or on TV. But there is someone I hope who becomes famous, and that's James Shaw Jr., a young father who grabbed a gun and threw it over the counter, causing the killer to flee. The gunman evaded capture for more than a day before being arrested and charged with the murders. He's got a long history of mental illness, and the firearms had actually been taken away from him before, but his father appeared to have given them back. But enough about the killer. I want to focus on James Shaw Jr., an honest-to-God hero. He acted instinctively and instantly. He first risked his own life, for had that gunman been able to reload, the next victim would have been James Shaw. Secondly, he saved the lives of other people at that Waffle House. They owe their very existence to the actions of someone who exemplified what Jesus said was the greatest form of love. There is no greater love than to lay down one's life for his friends. But that wasn't the only thing in the news. It was a big week for other things. French President Emmanuel Macron came to Washington, and he was the toast of the town and the honoree at President Trump's very first state dinner. The two presidents enjoy a deep bond of friendship, and that's even without having James Taylor crooning, "You've Got a Friend." First Lady Melania Trump was universally praised for her fashion savvy, the elegant touch at the dinner, and the menu, which, by the way, included jambalaya. I love me some jambalaya. I'll be honest with you, I was kind of disappointed that I didn't get invited to the dinner. I was wondering if they had any leftovers. I know Nancy Pelosi thought that $2,500 bonuses and pay raises were just crumbs, but folks, leftover jambalaya is not crumbs, I'm telling you now. But I think the reason that I wasn't invited is because Melania was afraid that I'd go around to all the tables and say, "Hey, are you going to eat that?" In another story, in the United Kingdom, 23-month-old Alfie Evans was deemed by the bureaucrats running Britain's health system to be of no great value. And despite offers to fly him to Italy for treatment, the government healthcare system said no, and they turned off the life support. In defiance, the little bugger has breathed on his own for the past several days, but the Brits still refuse to let him leave their control and allow his parents to pursue treatment. So America, do you still want the government to run the entire healthcare system? Didn't think so. By the way, also in the news was Dr. Ronnie Jackson, the White House doctor, beloved by 3 presidents and their families, and who had been nominated to become the VA secretary. But after the typical hateful rumor and gossip gush from the usual and predictable anonymous sources, after they got finished impugning his previously pristine reputation, he withdrew his nomination. Now, some of his swampland critics said he didn't have any real executive experience to lead a big organization. Some Democrats have suggested that we need someone with real experience in executive management of something big. So I think maybe we ought to get somebody who has been a community organizer. Some of you will get that at some point tonight. And in Washington, they still don't realize how stupid they seem to be and how not stupid the rest of the country really is, who can see right through these games of shame.